And so, we end up right back where we started. Hi everyone. Welcome to the stream. Well, finally here. Tail end of my Year of the Dragon series. And what a ride it's been. From the great, to the good, to the okay, to the bad, to the just plain awful, and the how on earth did this get past testing? We've sure played a lot of games. Tonight we transition into the finale. But hopefully this is just for now, and the series returns soon. And we have arrived back where we began this crazy, silly idea of mine. But in a different place than we were before. As I've mentioned, I've shifted my persona from the protogen. And for the last few streams in this series, we'll celebrate where I am now, compared to where I was when I started this crazy journey. Now, it goes without saying too, this isn't goodbye to the protogen. It's merely just, I suppose, going to be shelved. I may use it again, I may not. But I'm holding that to my own discretion. I've not liked the idea of chat being able to change my avatar, when what I use is what I want to use on that particular day. And so, it's time. I'm finally ready. Hi everyone. Welcome to the Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Hi Delimited. Hi Spyro. Welcome in. Yep, only a year and a half of Dragon. Narb. Narb. We made it. We're finally here. This is it. The final stop on our Year of the Dragon journey. Welcome to Spyro, the Reignited Trilogy. This game, of course, contains the first 3 games of the series, with updated graphics, visuals, and even music. With the main theme actually being composed by the person who was responsible for the original trilogy's music, Stuart Copeland. And Skylar forever. No, not forever. Just for now. What version are you playing, PC console? Having trouble with the Minecraft Spyro. I will be playing the PlayStation 4 version of the Spyro Reignited Trilogy. I don't know how well it runs on Switch. I do have it on Switch, but I don't know how well it runs on Switch. I don't know how well it runs on the Switch 2 either, considering, you know, the Switch 2's upgrades. And It runs like shit on PC, if I'm completely honest, and it keeps trying to start VR for some reason, when it's not a VR game and is not even compatible. It's still a bit glitchy on PC. Yeah, they never really fixed it. I've noticed. It always starts Steam VR. The loading screens feel a bit glitchy to me. I played this originally on the PlayStation 4 and it ran well, so that's the version we're playing tonight. Good grief, the PS4 is getting some love! You haven't been turned on in like 3 years. It's like shit on the Switch One. I'll take your word for it. It did fix the issue where you needed to cap the frame rate to actually pass some of the levels. Yeah, I didn't have too many problems with the frame rate, I don't think, at least on my recent playthrough, but, like, that recent playthrough was at least a year or two ago. I did notice, though, the PlayStation 4 version had to be updated. But, again, like I said, I have not touched my PlayStation 4 in, like, 3 years. It sat collecting dust. I was going to use it as a streaming machine in my bedroom, and it just sat in my room for like 3 years collecting dust on a shelf. The controller was dusty as hell and everything. I had to clean it off and put it in storage finally. Trust me, best big PS4 forever dust. Alright. Let's get this show on the road. In the world of dragons. Hopefully the game audio is okay for everyone, by the way. It sounded very loud when I was testing, so I don't know how loud it actually is. So, let me know if it's too loud and I'll turn it down.
Okay, rolling.
It's been peaceful here in the 5 worlds, or is it 6? For a dragon's age, we now have 12,000 treasure, or is it 14,000?
What about this Ganasty Ganok character? Now, I understand he's found a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question. Nasty Nork is a simple creature.
Simple?
He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom.
No threat?
Besides, he is ugly.
Ugly? That does it!
Huh? Looks like I've got some things to do.
Dragons did this to themselves. So TV does make people angry. It does, doesn't it? And so, the adventure begins once more. I don't think I need to go over the controls because I did so last year.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the artisan world, then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Nork? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
Love the animation. Go over them again. Alright, alright. D-pad or analog stick to move. We can move in 3D, of course. X button to jump, square button to charge, circle button to breathe fire, and triangle button to look around. We don't have to hold it in this version, we can just press it once. If we press the X button whilst we're jumping, we can also perform a glide. We can immediately drop down from a glide by pressing the triangle button. That's really all there is to know. Though we do have a dodge roll on L1 and R1, and I think, yeah, if we press the L3 button, which is the control stick button, sparks will point at the nearest gem, a new feature in this version.
Where's Nasty Nork? I'll torch him.
Keep your horns on, Spyro. You have much to learn first. Do you know what the dragonfly following you is doing? His name is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
Sparks functions as our health system. Every time we get hit, he'll change color. When he's at yellow, he's at full health. But then he'll go to blue, to red, no, to blue, to green, and then he's out of there. When he's not around, if we get hit, we'll lose a life. Sparks will also pick up gems as long as he's around for us, increasing our distance of which we can gather them. There was a gem over here, wasn't there? Right analog stick controls the camera, which I've been doing a lot of. We can also use the triggers if we prefer to. We can use R2 to breathe flame, and I think... Nope, never mind, L2 does nothing. Oh, fun fact too. I believe this is kind of exclusive to the PlayStation 4 version, but I'm not entirely sure. The light bar on our controller is indicative of the color of Sparks. So right now, my light bar is gold. I forgot they did that. Oh yeah, gem finding before finishing the game. I played this game so much as a kid. So did I. Guys, Pig Barley Nothing comes out back. Well, that is cool. Only PS4. Does it turn off when Sparks is gone? I'm not sure, to be honest. How about we go find out? Yep, so it turned blue. Then it turned green. It turns red when Sparks is gone. There you go. Now we know. Eh. Ah, lots of water. It's also pretty instantaneous too, like as soon as Sparks eats it, it changes the color. So yeah, like that, I watched it change as Sparks ate it. As Sparks eats it, the controller vibrates and the color changes. That's cool. And there's your Hydrate Spyro, the first of many, I'm sure. Also, Spyro does a big stretch. I've decided to leave the subtitles on, just in case people have problems hearing the audio, but I have turned the map off. There is actually a map screen that we can turn on, which, you know, there it is. But I know where I'm going, for the most part, so we'll turn that off and save space on the screen. Aside from that, there's not really too much here. That motion blur that we've got as I whiz the camera around, we can't do anything with it. I think in the PC version we can turn that off, but here we can't. It's stuck turned on. As for controls, all we've got is vibration, control scheme, and a full move list. That's it. Never able to 100%. Let's see here. That cool. Also, Dark Crew Patrol. Sorry, hang on. Ugh. There's your stretch. Sorry. I was never able to 100% Treetops and Blizzard Peaks as a kid, which stopped me hitting the final level. See, it can be turned off. Yeah, Treetops is rough. Yeah, I used a guide for Treetops to get through that, and also to get through the rest of the series as well. Also, in this version on the PC, we can press the touchpad on the controller to instantly bring up the guidebook. which I didn't know until I checked the control screen earlier, like when I was setting this up. So, our aim of the game is pretty simple. We just have to free all of the dragons. There are 80 in total. Each level has a variety of them, usually between, I want to say like 2 and 4. I don't think it really goes... I don't think there's... No, there's a few levels with 1. There's a few there might be a level with 5. I'm not sure. I can't remember. And we also need to collect as many gems as we can as well. Hate treetop level. I was a kid, didn't have the internet.
Cool flash. Do that again.
The artisan's boss is through a portal in the dragon mouth, but you're not yet ready, Spyro. First, you must complete one of the other artisan lands.
So we just have to beat one level and we can beat the boss. Eh. You ran into the little maze. Gems have different values on them, as they have throughout the whole series. I don't know why I'm explaining that. That's an extra life. Eh. And we got a skill point. That brings me to another thing. I'm gonna try and get all of the skill points in the game. I may have to look up a list. However, I'm afraid to say... we won't be getting the trophies. I may have platinum trophied the series. Oops! Yeah, we won't be getting the trophies, I'm afraid. What I've decided to do is I'll go through the trophies when we actually finish the game. So you're already at a 100% save. Oh, I 100%ed this, like, back in the day when it came out. This was the console I bought it on. I came home and played it. And within, like, the next couple of weeks, I had it 100%ed. All skill points, and I'm pretty sure I have most of the achievements as well, but I had to look up a few. Have you come to say goodnight, puppy? Go on. Off you go. Coco hasn't been to say goodnight to me for a long time. Not when I've been streaming. Right, we're not done exploring yet. I like to finish the hub worlds as much as I can before playing a level.
Hey, Spyro! Press the jump button twice to glide. And don't be afraid.
Afraid? Of what?
Falling from high mountain peaks? Plummeting into prehistoric glaciers?
Oh, that.
All dragons found. The game will let us know. I'm a strange voice actor in this one too, Skylar. Yes. I got the 100% save, although I don't think I did all of the Steam achievements. Might need to look into that. Well, if I can do them, Spyro, I'm sure you can definitely do them. I'm not sure if I did end up playing through the entire series on Steam yet. I want to say I did, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I thought there might be gems around here. Whee! Though I'm actually not sure if the voice actor from Thomas came back in the Reignited Trilogy. I don't remember. I'm not entirely sure. They're in the original, yes. But not entirely sure about the Reignited Trilogy. Right. And so in that case, this one too, Skylar? I'm sorry, I love when you say that, Thomas. Well, I'll definitely recognize it, as long as he uses the same voice. During loading screens, we can also perform a barrel roll and breathe fire. We can also change Spyro's direction. Sort of. We can make him lean left, right, up, and down. Whee! Right, here we are. Good old Stone Hill. Boy, does this look familiar. And different. Oh, bless you. Let me see here. Oh, I've already missed one, I've already missed one skill point. So there's 1, 2, 3 in this world. 3 skill points in this world, I've already missed one. It's fine. The second is in this stage. What was the first one? I will go over it when we get back. Right, we've got several ways to go here. Steel chests require a charge, but these other wooden chests can be broken with flame or charge. Oh, I missed them. A Sonic racing game. He won't be. Window.
When you free a dragon or step on one of their platforms, you're saving your progress. That could be useful if you run into trouble. Not that you ever run into trouble, Spyro.
Yeah, you're the one who caused this whole mess by calling Nasty Nork ugly. Hi, Carbed, welcome on in. Hell yeah, this is stuff I grew up on. Mm-hmm. Which one's... yeah, over this side. So I knew exactly what they were doing with some of these dragon designs. Oh, yes. I haven't mentioned it, yes, but I love the dragon designs in this version. I love how they're all individual. Or individualistic, I should say. And they're also thematic, too. Sparks can continue eating dragonflies in this version. In the original, he wouldn't. So this game features the quality of, well, I suppose quality of life improvement, or the expanded gameplay element of if you continue eating butterflies, Sparks will eventually gain an extra life for you. You'll need to eat 10 of them. Up the whirlwind? Feel this.
Spyro, my friend, how about a hint on gliding?
You bet.
For the longest glide, press the jump button at the top of your jump, and try pressing the action button to drop down mid-flight.
I like the little pose he did at the end there. Right. When it's here, we learn how expensive the game can be sometimes. We can't go past these pedestals. They'll bounce us back, but in this version, the crystals highlight. Also, those look suspiciously like power crystals from the Crash Bandicoot series. I'm just saying. A little too close for comfort. Now, I believe around here, somewheres, potentially... Aha! There it is! Skill point! Burn the secret tulip. Crash and Spyro in a couple of crossovers, it's not that much of a stretch. Is this reignited? Hi, Black Point, it sure is. Specifically, the PS4 version. This is an egg thief. We'll have to chase after him. Over time, he'll start slowing down. And we can catch him. I think his voice is so great. That's one. Na 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 na. Sorry, I was just admiring the castle in the background. I was trying to figure out if the flags were actually moving or not. They are not moving. These ones are. Way he mocks you, so great. You know, when I played this game for the first time, like the original game, I mean, not the Reignited Trilogy, and we passed through that first tunnel, you can hear the egg thief laughing above. And my sister and I always thought it was Sparks laughing at us. Just going, nya 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 nya. Of course, I know better now. Sort of going around here in a zigzaggy sort of pattern, because I don't want to miss anything. I'm going to try to not use the Sparks feature too much, but every now and then I might use it to speed things up a little bit. Maybe it wasn't laughing at you. Nah. Sparks feature? If we press L3, Sparks will point at the nearest gem. That's on by default in the original game, in the Reignited Trilogy. I can't remember if it's something that you have to unlock in the second and third game. Did not know that. In the second game's original release, Spyro could do it automatically by pressing all 4 shoulder buttons, but it was an unlockable feature in the third game. Or an unlockable move in the third game. Let's unlock it in the second one. Okay. There's an extra life for us. We're already at 8 extra lives.
After you've freed all the dragons, pass through this fancy vortex thingamajigger. It'll take you back to the artisan home. But first, let me tell you a story.
No thanks. See ya!
Grandpa. to hear Grandpa's story. Spyro doesn't. So I had no idea this little secret cove existed for the longest time when I played the original versions. But sure enough, not particularly hidden, but when I was young, I didn't know it existed. Like I said, when I looked up a walkthrough a couple of years later, like we're in the PS2, PS3 era, when I actually went around and completed these games, yeah, that's when I found out. We're missing some gems somewhere.
Watch the dragonfly, Spyro. His color indicates his power. When he eats butterflies, he stays strong, like me.
Sure.
That's all the dragons found here. But we've still got some more gems to find. Where could they be? I'm betting that they're probably up. On the top. Somewhere. This is not how I get uppies. I hit the gem scale. Get uppies from a big cute mama gem. Right. So they should be up here somewhere. Possibly. It's already started. We've already lost a few gems. Am I going to have to eat my own words and use the Sparks gem indicator anyway? On the first stage? After saying that I didn't want to use it? You know, I thought I did a pretty good job cleaning this area out, but I guess I didn't. Yes, come on. Gems, where are you? Shiny! Where's Shiny at? I want the Shiny. Where's Shiny? Shiny! Well, I can't get in there, so they can't be in there. Gems in my belly. Shiny? Shiny. Shiny. Shiny, where are you? Gems glitch, well, I sure hope not. Shiny. I see Shiny. Shiny, shiny, shiny. Not enough. I think I might be missing a fiber. Somewheres. Shiny. I did grab everything down here, right? Yeah. Okay, so everything down here is gone. And everything up here is gone. Sparks light the way. Nothing in there. Shiny, where are you? Shiny? There's nothing on the beach. And there's nothing out here. I think I might have to press the L3 button. I should have finished this level ages ago. Ah! Ah! I was just about to say I don't want to press the button and find it in a really obvious stupid spot. Haha! Found it! There's so much nostalgia and it's soothing. It really is, isn't it? Alright, let's get out of here. Finally. $298. I think I missed something in the home world too. Guess we'll have to find that too. I don't think it's in any of the Norks. There it is. Found it. These little orbs that I'm collecting, when we hit enemies that we've already killed for their gems, they'll spit out these orbs. I think we collect 20 of them, we'll get an extra life from it. There we go. So much for, I complete levels before playing through the... let's see here. Guidebook, skill points. Oh, okay, we already got the first one. GG Skylar, thank you. Goodbye, level Pharaoh. Yeah, reach the tricky platform. The tricky platform had gems on it, so we have to get it if we want to 100% the game anyway. Alright, into Town Square. The gems don't fly out of us into a counter this time, they just get added. At least I don't think they do. Maybe it was just a small amount, so they didn't. Whee! Sploot. Right! There's a skill point here. In this stage. Rescued Nils.
Welcome to Town Square, Spyro. Begin exploring by gliding to that area with the bulls. Use the right stick to get a good look.
Oh no! His easel fell over. The skill point here is pretty simple. By charging into the bulls, instead of flaming them, we can get them stuck. We need to get every single bull on the stage stuck. There are 8. So count them down with me. That's 2. I believe we have to leave them like that as well. Rescue Devlin.
Thanks, Spyro. I had the worst itch on the tip of my wing. Did you know that you get your longest glides by pressing the jump button at the very top of your jump?
Also, how could you make a cake that says thanks Spyro when you didn't even know you needed rescuing? Yay. How else do you get the gems? They're just hidden throughout the level. Like, they're just lying around, they're in chests. You flame enemies, you kill enemies, I suppose, rather than just flame them. If you're talking about the bulls, you just charge them or flame them. They are big enemies, so you kind of expect to have to flame them, not charge them. I think that's 7, right? Alvar. Went for the bulls directly. Ah, okay.
Spyro, did you see a man dressed in blue running around here? He's a thief, and he's stolen a dragon egg. You've got to track him down and get that egg. Run, run! I'm getting a little winded.
But yeah, because they're big enemies, you can flame these as well. But if you flame them, I'm pretty sure they die. So you can't get the skill point. Also, I love the fact that that guy, that dragon, like, throws down the skewer that he's got, throws down, and then throws down his knife, and it's like, geez, buddy, you could cut someone's toe off if you do that. Careful with the way you're throwing that. Like I said, I love the fact that they gave the dragons even more personality. Like, they had a little bit of personality in the original games, like you get some lying down and stuff like that, but like, in this version, they've given them even more personality, and it's great. Right, now you jump back down there, so that's fine. And there's our skill point. We can now kill all of the bulls by simply flaming them. So yeah, they do die. I wonder if I can, like... Oh, never mind. I rescued Thor instead.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. You can always check your progress by accessing the guidebook through the pause menu.
I love how they called the dragon Thor and then made him extremely weak. And old and frail. Those chests we'll have to flame multiple times in order to open them. Right, now I think I'm going to have to restart that chase. Because this guy's just gonna jump up there. And we can't reach there from here, so we'll have to go all the way around. That's okay, we can flame all the bulls on our way through. Not that it does anything. Gotcha! 100% level complete. We are done already. That was significantly faster. We were here for like, what, maybe 10 minutes? Maybe? At best? 6 minutes, yeah, there you go. Compared to the what? Like, I'm pretty sure it was like 10 to 20 for the first stage. That was over really fast. Wow. Yeah, it was almost 20 minutes, yeah. Alright. Next. I mean, if I'm gonna kill you, I may as well grab the prize, right? Time for my favorite level in the game. With my favorite piece of music. I just like the atmosphere of this level. And the music's great too. I also love the little area that we start on in this version. Right. Thinking Dark Hollow, and then looked up from my schedule and was like, yep. How'd you guess, Delimited? How'd you guess? These Norks have armor. Or at least, well, they have shields anyway. These shields can't be flamed. But a quick charge sorts them out. And straight away we got a lockbox. The big guys only have wooden shields, so they're nothing to sneeze at. Nothing to get up in arms over. However...
Oh, it's you. I wasn't sure if you'd escape those annoying little creatures. Of course they wouldn't bother me, but here's a hint. Their metal armor is fireproof, but a charge attack will take care of them.
Okay, that wasn't the hint I was expecting, but I'm pretty sure we'll get that hint soon in this level. So, I'm not going to explain it. Also, there are no skill points here. These guys are big, and they have metal armor. So we'll have to sneak up from behind and flame them. You know, where their backsides are not quite as protected. Right, now I've got to make sure I be thorough around here, because I always tend to miss something in this room. If I'm missing a gem in this stage, this is where I will find it, because they hide the gems in these little crevices here. So, I want to make sure I grab them all. And we got our key. Oswin.
Spyro, wanna know a secret? Use the action button when you want to zoom in and look around.
Oh, your secret's safe with me.
Right. Oh, I need the key. I'm trying to remember if they put the, if they did put skill points in the original game or not. I don't think they did, if memory serves me right. It was a feature that they added to Spyro 2, however. No, yeah, there you go. They did not in the first one. Okay, cool. Yeah, as much as I recognize and know these games almost like the back of my own hand, he says as he fails to make a jump, I don't remember that fine a detail. Rescue Darius. Darius?
Big enemies like this Nork with the club cannot be charged, but a quick flame, that should defeat them.
And there we are. Big enemies can't be charged because, you know, our horns aren't big enough. Hint, hint. But they can be flamed. This club is a giant piece of meat. I am missing 2 gems. Those are frogs. Frogs, like the sheep, are fodder. Oh, there we go. That was easy enough. Flaming or charging into fodder produces butterflies, which restore Sparks' health. I probably should have explained that. That was nice and easy. I try to average, like, about 10 minutes per stage. At least early on, anyway. Right. Unlike the first level. Shh, we don't talk about that.
Hi, Spyro.
Cool flash. Do that again.
The artisan's boss is through a portal behind me. You can challenge him now, if you feel you are ready.
Yeah, this dragon changes his lines. Not many of them do that. Let's battle against Toasty. Love the sunset here. Sadness on this voice actor. These dogs, ow, take 2 hits to go down. Best remember that. Sparks has already taken a bit of damage, which is not great. Is there a... No, there is not. There is an achievement in this stage, I do know this one, of getting through the boss without taking damage. I'm not sure if it counts the stage as well, though. Of which I'm doing a terrible job. Gotta be really quick on the draw with these dogs. Ow. I could lose my first life here. I've always struggled with these damn dogs. Whew. Just playing it very safe. Very safe indeed. Also, check it out. They added a bunch of artwork for the stages in the trilogy. Though I think a lot of these are the Artisan Homeworld. with a couple of exceptions. You know, like this being from Avalar. Gotta be quick on that trigger finger. Oh, bye! Gosh, that looks pretty. The backgrounds are something that I've always admired in these games. Those dogs are fast as fuck. Had a super hard time with them back on the originals. Yeah. Rescued Nevin.
Nasty Nork has put one of his most devious henchmen in charge of the artisan world.
Bring him on! I think I smell a barbecue.
Be careful, Spyro. Toasty has many tricks up his sleeve.
I love Spyro's little tail wag that he does in that scene. As he pounces, he's like, "Bring it on, I think I smell a barbecue," tail wag. Alright, here's our first boss! Cool, we've got our first hit. Cool, we got our second hit. Smart Noder knows when to retreat and when to attack. Arsene Nork's most devious henchman, a sheep in an overcoat. And that's it. All 100 gems received. Excellent. I'm thinking we'll probably make it to about the halfway mark in this stream, like we did in the original game. But there is one more thing to do in this world before we leave it for good. And I almost forgot. To the first flight level. Love these levels. Ew. What are you ewing about? The only problem with these flight levels, specifically in the Reignited version, is fuck me, the controls are awkward. I failed immediately. Oh, that is a not welcome sign of things to come. Oh dear. In flight levels, there are 4 sets of objects, of 8 objects, that we'll need to head around and flame or charge into. We also have a timer that slowly ticks down over time, but we can increase the timer by simply hitting those objects. It's basically a time trial of sorts. Now, to be fair, this is not the first flight level we're supposed to find. So this one's a little bit challenging. Music's good though. It's all about efficiency. I was trying to go against the planes there, but I kind of failed. Lucky loss. Train! Train! You know, as if we haven't already rode the rails enough this week. We're done! If we go to replay these flight levels, the timer will instead tick up instead of ticking down. Just so you know. It acts as a proper time trial. What was the first flight level then? The second world. I told the code to the jump puzzle and Wizard Peaks, best flying levels and the Peacekeepers. Yep. This one is hidden from you. You're not supposed to find it until later. Wizard Peaks is, I think, the third world, which we might get to tonight. Never past that.
Wow! I see you've been busy rescuing dragons, Spyro.
So, the balloonists... This is Marco. You can't see the name because it's blocked off. Sorry. I tried to position myself, but apparently I didn't position myself well enough. Here, let me... Since I showed the map already, I'll move myself over just slightly. There we are. Now you can kind of see the name if I lean a little bit. The balloonists will have different requirements. Either a certain number of dragons must be rescued, a certain number of gems must be found, or a certain number of dragon eggs must be collected.
You may travel to the Peacekeepers world if you like. Are you ready to go?
We're off. Flame the balloon guy. I'll try to remember that in the next world. This was supposed to be a scarf when I was a kid, and the originals just on them weird little blob men. They kind of were in the originals, to be fair. You're not entirely wrong. Balloonists are how we travel from world to world. Right! Peacekeepers. Doesn't sound very peace-kept. Let's see here. Okay. Wartime. Rescue Titan.
Welcome to Peacekeepers. Look how our treasure has been stolen and turned against us. Please, recover our treasure, Spyro.
Collect treasure. Got it.
You'll often find that the first dragon that appears will give you your requirements for the balloonist. So this one wants us to collect treasure. So we should collect treasure. Oh, no you don't. We can also control these cannons. In order to fire them, we simply flame them. Ta-da! This is Peacekeeper Dragons turn kids into furry scalers. Scalies. There is an achievement for shooting Norks with a cannon. We have to shoot a Nork that teases us. And we also have a skill point. That skill point is if we scared the Norks into their tents. Well, that's a bit rude. Since you insist. Oh look, toasted buns. Do I buy the other Spider-Man games? I mean, you can if you want. And there's our skill point, because we scared 6 of them into tents.
Magic Crafter's World is far away and very dangerous. Maybe if you find 1,200 stolen treasure, I'll show it to you.
They do not react. Never mind, they aren't on sale. Oh. You flamed him. I flamed him, he did nothing. I'm surprised, actually, that he did not react. He showed me his butt, and then he was scared of me. Oh, I've done this wrong. There we are. That chest was a chest that we couldn't open through any other conventional means aside from using the cannon. And speaking of, I just saw another one. The cannons are pretty well homing, so you don't have to be too accurate. I don't feel it. Fire the cannon! Thank you, Delimited. I needed someone to mention it to me. Oh, I have not freed you yet. Magnus.
Hey, Spyro. Sparks the Dragonfly has been doing a good job protecting you. Make sure to keep him strong by feeding him lots of butterflies.
I will. Oh, pick it up. That was weird, I could not pick up that gem. I kept like hovering over it and Sparks refused to pick it up too. Eh. Dr. Shemp. So I'm not entirely sure what the requirements are to access Dr. Shemp, or if his stage is always open, but he is the boss of this world. And usually, like, I have never had an instance where I have gotten to this world and Dr. Shemp has not been available immediately. But just remember, it's a chest requirement, or a dragon requirement, or an egg requirement. It's not a, hey, just beat the boss and move on. Not a doctor. So here's our first flight level. Although I find it funny that it's actually not introduced to us. But it's definitely the first one we have easier access to. If we flame multiple enemies at once, Sparks will just hit them all when he gulps them down. So don't worry, he didn't miss anything there. He still ate 2 butterflies. They just combine into a slightly bigger butterfly. rescue Gunner.
Well done, Spyro. Keep up the good work, and I know you'll fulfill your destiny.
Destiny? I just want to kick some.
Just toast those enemies and collect the treasure.
Was Spyro about to say arse? Or was he about to say butt? The world may never know. Gotcha. That's 3. And we got a key. Ooh. Just made it. This should be our last gems. Easy peasy. 200. And that's 100% level complete. Murder. Murder. We're off to Dry Canyon. Also, there's only one other skill point in this world. Remember what I said about, you know, making sure that you get a perfect on the boss? Well. Eh. Flying first? No, I have a specific order that I do things in. Now the Norks are playing with firepower. So we'll have to be a bit more careful. Glad I spotted those on my second lap. Gotcha. Right. That's 4. I don't think I've explained how those chests work, but basically, you have to flame them or charge them to spawn the gem, and then jump up to grab the gem. Rogue Fireball.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro.
You're welcome. Smack. You have super fire breath or supercharge, they just explode and give up the gem immediately. They do, but in this game, you don't have super gem or supercharge all the time. Or at least it's not easily accessible. There's no power-ups, per se. They're level exclusive. That is to say, they're limited to very specific levels. They're not everywhere. Ow! Pay for that. Ow. No. I'm running a little low on health. Rescued Ivor.
Is that you, Spyro? Are you the young dragon I've been hearing so much about? Ever since you were a wee puff of smoke, we've known,
You've known...
I forget.
It's a little hard to see, but he sneezes and lights the fuse on the bomb as he warps away. Rescue Skylar. Skylar, what's up, my old friend? Hi, Frost. Welcome on in. Poor Grandpa lost memory. Where? Okay. Fireworks. Is this the G5 version of Spyro? If you mean the Reignited Trilogy, yes. It certainly is. Oh, we don't have the key. My bad. Guess we'll have to come back here later. Hi, Levi. Welcome on in. Well, shit, I can already see the difference. Oh yeah, I'm well, thank you. How about yourself? Hope you're doing well. This was also one of those levels that I couldn't complete until much later. Ow! You just snuck around the corner. That wasn't very fair of you. I wasn't sure I was gonna reach that, huh? I think I've got... yeah. Roasted bird, anybody? Rusky Boris.
Dry Canyon rewards good gliders. You are a good glider, eh, Spyro?
I was born to glide.
That dragon has a rattle on the end of his tail like a rattlesnake. So, this is where I could not figure it out as a kid. But his hint says Dry Canyon rewards good gliders. What we need to do is glide over this way. Looking in your avatar, I love the new look. Oh, thank you. It has been a while, hasn't it, Frost? You have not seen the Nardo. Well, hi. This is the Nardo again. We can hug the wall to rescue the final dragon, Maximus. Well, second final, I think.
Incredible glide, Spyro. I thought I'd be stuck here forever with those ugly vultures standing on my head. Those birds might look tough, but they're pretty tasty. Flame broiled with a pinch of salt.
Perfect. He's a very cute Nardo. Nuh-uh. Not cute. No. Yeah, I could never figure that one out as a kid. Work got busy. Did I miss anything fun? We made it to the second world already, Spyro. I'm sorry, you missed the first world. But I hope work's going well. Aside from the busy bit. Wow, back to where the legend began. Oh my word. Hi Pete, welcome on in. Does make time fly. Yeah, that's true. I'm sorry, I don't drop in very often. Life just gets in the way, but I do have good news. Oh? Do tell. Ugh. Just made it. Phew. Oh, right, I don't have sparks. I have to manually collect those now. May have taken a bit of damage. 4 days ago, I paid off my car. Oh, congratulations, well done. Oh, those guys are firing arrows. I don't like that. Oh, there's one. There's a guy right there. Eep. Eep. That's 400 out of 400 gems. And 100% level complete. I honestly feel accomplished. And you should. Almost sniped you, Skylar. They almost did! Oof. Also, it wasn't arrows, they were firing flame balls. Also, we finished that level not a moment too soon. My stomach has decided to do a terrible rumble. I am so sorry. I'm going to have to run to the toilet. This is what I call a fucking emergency. I will be right back. Well, I'm pretty sure that's a first. I have been sick on stream before, but I don't think I've ever had indigestion. And if I have had indigestion on stream before, never this bad. Something tells me that is not going to be the only toilet visit tonight. Something has done a big disagree with my stomach. Oh dear, I have the tummy rumbles. Also, thank you for the hydrate, Spyro. Hydrates, I should say. It's kind of taking nasty shit. Oh my word. What if the knob fell in? More water should help. Yeah, you're not wrong. You can get dehydrated. After, you know. Alright, where are we going? We're going to Clifftown. Considering the fact that the next couple of bosses do have skill points for not getting hit, I wonder if Toasty has a skill point for not getting hit as well. Also, for some reason, in this stage, Spyro flies up high. Not sure why. These guys have steel capes! Which honestly was kind of hard to see in the original game. We'll want to make sure that we flame these pots as well. Oh, I was supposed to get sparks back and I didn't. There's also some shinies over here. And some shinies over there. Oh. Shiny. Looks like we got frilled neck lizards. How very Aussie of you. Glad you get sparks back up to full health. Once again, make sure to flame the pot. Cool. Aha. I actually thought the little cactus thing was a gem, but then I was like, oh no, that's just a cactus thing. And then as I got closer to it, I realized that there were gems there. Just of a completely different color. Hey look, another egg thief. Gotcha. That's egg number 5. Rescued Halvor.
How's a dragon supposed to flame metal armor anyway?
Remember, Spyro, flame won't work on metal, but charging with your horns, that should do the trick.
I like the voice actor. Eh. You missed. I mean, I missed like 3 times, but still, you missed. You had a point-blank range shot, and you missed. That's a good voice acting in this game. Mm-hmm. If you jump at the right angle, you can fire off that rocket from where you're currently standing. Just an FYI. shall not hit me with your giant soup ladles. That chest is going to require something a bit stronger than what we've got. So these chests here, we can't open them anyway. We'll have to find something a little bit harder. Enzo.
Hey, what's on the other side of that river?
Why don't you glide there and find out?
He's got a good point. And there's also a whirlwind that we can use to get back up to the top floor. Of course, when there's shinies on the way. This was also a level that I could never complete when I was a kid, because I didn't know I could glide over here. Even though I rescued the dragon, it just never clicked. All you have to do is glide over. We have new barriers here. I think the barriers changed their design based on the world you're in. Ow. Excuse you. I sneezled. Mwah. Hey! Those blue butterflies give us an extra life. Like I said, by killing 10 fodder enemies and collecting their butterflies, we'll get that. That wasn't in the original version of Spyro the Dragon, but they did put it in Spyro 2 and Spyro Year of the Dragon, so it's a little jump up in quality, I suppose. Little quality of life improvement from the original 2 games. Or from the second and third game that they brought over to the first game. That's how I want to describe
We've
it.
reached the highest point in Clifftown. You can get to almost anywhere from here. If I were you, I'd use that whirlwind over there.
So freeing this dragon allows access to a whirlwind. Big Cloud. Oh, there's a key. I needed a key. I did not have a key. And so I will have to come back. Oops. I feel like we should have already found the key there. Keys are always out in the open, by the way. They're never in a chest. Which also makes me slightly more puzzled, too. I feel like we should have found it by now. Now, Sparks is not going to indicate where keys are. He can only point to gems. So we will need to find the key on our own. this level, but I could be wrong. For some reason, I always thought it was in here or something. It's not around there. Bum, bum, bottom, bum, bottom. Key. Key, where are you? Key? No key. Ooh, nope, didn't make it. And that water's instant death too. Oops. Well, first death. Did I hear water? In this level, I know some of those can be used to open lockboxes. We already hit the one and only fireworks in this level. Spyro, as soon as you mentioned water, I already instinctively reached for my water bottle. Where are you, Key? I was gonna say, I know I can stand on these. Eh. Where Key? No, hydration is good for you. You wouldn't be saying that, Spyro, if I wasn't drinking water. You wouldn't be saying that if I was drinking a Coke or something. Where Key? Where is Key? Whiskey and see if you survive the stream. Spyro, you know I don't drink. And I definitely don't already have it, because the key icon would be highlighted if I already had it. It's funny to think about 2 shots and we'll be out. Probably, yeah. 0 alcohol tolerance. Yeah, I definitely don't have the key. So, where is it? I feel like I've scoured this level pretty thoroughly. This is Clifftown, right? Mm-hmm. Don't tell me where it is yet. Let me look around a bit more first. Please. I would like to try and find everything of my own accord. Mousy, welcome on in. Not saying a word. Alright, cool. If I want help, I'll ask for it. How are you doing? I'm doing well. It's right next to the mirror puzzle. Not gonna lie, Spyro, you had me going there for a minute. I was like, mirror puzzle? Wait, there's no mirror puzzle in this. Oh. It's Spyro cracking a funny. I'm looking for. There's a key in this level. And I am trying to find the key. Don't tell me where it is, I am trying to find it on my own. I should know where it is, I played this game enough. Whatever reason, I just seem to be struggling in finding it. There is. There is a key to a lockbox. It's definitely not in the original then. Are you sure? Metal chest in the original. Splat! Nasty, thank you so much for the follow. Maybe I'm just stupid. Maybe there isn't a key. Maybe I am just stupid. Maybe I am just stupid. I might be dumb. The power of flute brain, the power of flute brain indeed. You could hear the little gears in my brain turning. The one gear. That was considered a spoiler, lol. That's fine. It looked like a lockbox. It looked like there was a lock on the front of it, so I was like, ah, locked box. I don't have a key. I just walked around it. Alright. Oh. I'm 20% speedruns of the game, but I haven't played the remix for long. Okay, no worries. This is not my first playthrough. I've played a lot of Spyro, especially the first trilogy. You would think that I would have remembered that there wasn't a key there. But it just, for some reason, it looked like a lockbox, and I was like, ah. And then I didn't even fucking try. I just walked around it, assuming it was. This is one of my favorite Spyro levels and favorite songs. Ice Cabin? I'm not sure if they added one. No, they are very faithful remakes. I will say that. Now, this level has an achievement. If we glide around this corner, there's a pedestal down there. We'll see it later on in the level. I'll be sure to do that too. This is one of the ones that I do remember there being an achievement for. But it's not a skill point. Rescued Ulrich.
Word of caution, little one. Wait until you grow big, like me, before charging those large enemies.
My only big issue with the games is they change the physics enough where I can't even complete the fight levels because I'm too used to the original. Yeah, the fight levels have been made a lot more stiff. We'll get to it later on, but there's a particular move that I can perform in the original games in one of the flight levels that I cannot do in the Reignited Trilogy just because of the changed physics. That's one of my biggest complaints as well. The remake is gorgeous. It is, isn't it? Also, our photo for this level is the bats that are running around. Just by the way. Get it. Rescue Turtle. Turtle? Tudor?
Spyro, some big Norks up ahead are wearing armor. And in the ice cave, armor can make their feet very slippery.
Yeah, see, there's like a little key lock on the chest. And it made me think it was a lockbox. However, that's a locked box. That one is for sure. I'll tape. Was best better than Tom Kenny. They do look disturbingly similar in this one, yeah. And the thing with that one was it was kind of out of the way, so it was a little bit like, it was a little bit more on the nose. Well, not necessarily on the nose, but you know what I mean. Like, it looked a little too similar to a proper lockbox. So I didn't even try. Anyway, these big Norks are the ones we can flame. Well, not these guys, of course, but certain big Norks that are standing on ice we can flame. Well, rather, we can charge. And we can knock them off. And that's how you kill those ones. Nothing up here. Okay. Handle.
Thank you for releasing me.
You're welcome. Ow! I want to say I got Falcon Punch, but that was less of a punch and more of a beatdown. Can I reach that from here? Or do I need to glide from up there? I think I need to glide from the starting platform to get to there. So which of the three originals is your favorite? Honestly? This one. Oop. Hey! Which way are you throwing that? Oh, this goes in deeper, right? Pow! This guy's gonna take a few more hits. But with a little persistence, we'll get him down. Oh, nice. Extra life. And definitely 3 Bianca is one of my favorite game characters ever because she's actually a complex character. Well, she actually was, yeah. Being we're very careful to not charge past these platforms and end up in the drink. Keep trying, mate. You might hit something someday. But it won't be me. I hope. No. You missed. During a run last night, the armored. Ow. Okay, maybe he did hit me. I should not have been reading chat. I should have been paying attention. That the armored Norks in this level actually have a HP value. Got one stuck on a metal chest and ended up hitting him 4 times and he died anyway. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. I wonder if they do in the Reignited Trilogy. Ragnar.
You've done well, Spyro. Some dragons thought you weren't ready, but I knew they were wrong.
I'm ready, all right. Ready for what?
He like somewhat shrugs and then just walks away. Asher.
Thanks for freeing me, Spyro. And now, where was I?
You're welcome. So, if we come out here, we'll see these 3 chests. Now, I don't think there's a easy way back through the stage. I think we legitimately have to go back all the way through. I think. You can run faster by simply charging around everywhere, but I kind of want to take my time. This ain't a speedrun, this is a casual playthrough. Okay, so that's where the locked box is. We need to go back a little further. Oh, okay. Right, that makes things a little bit easier. We need to glide from the lockbox down there. So what we'll do is we'll go this way and we'll hug this wall. And we'll miss the jump. It's not an easy jump to land, to be fair. Now, I think I missed the last dragon on that run, so where was the next one? Right, I'm back here again. Okay. I didn't touch the dragon closest. Also, second death. Yeah, let's touch that one. In the original game, the floor panels used to light up when you touch them to indicate that they had been activated as a check mark. But in this one, you touch them and then the fairy spawns in and zaps you. Which I suppose is more consistent with the next 2 games. Anyway, those are the extra lives there, so 1 extra life for 2 more. You know, not too bad. Could have gotten all 3 without losing 1, but oh well, never mind. I remember that. Right. So, we just need to reach the lockbox and then glide to the key. Yeah, see how it didn't light up that time? When I walked right past it? Did I miss you? Sorry about that, old chap. I should have hit you. I'll tell you a quicker way to get the key. Let me get the key this way first. There we go. Okay, now you can tell me. As I'm on my way back to the lockbox. Sparks, you almost perfectly blend in to the ice. If it wasn't for your blue hue, I wouldn't be able to tell where you were. So where that dragon was near the 2 lampposts, you can glide there and it's easier since you don't need to fall onto the platform. So you mean here, right? Oh yeah! Yeah, it does look easier, doesn't it? I'm assuming, yeah. Gotcha. And they removed the lampposts. And that's everything. GG. GG indeed. Thank you.
See, I know where the key is sometimes.
You know, when there's a key to be found. Right. That's Ice Cavern done. Can't help but feel like I missed a level somewhere. No, we did Dry Canyon, we did Cliff Town, we did Ice Cavern. Mousy, I'm afraid I actually don't have a Discord. But I do have a link tree. I think that's in my info panels below. Where you can find me elsewhere. I mean, sure, but I feel like I'm missing a level here. Alright, confronting Dr. Shemp. We'll have to do Dr. Shemp without taking damage. However, it looks like it doesn't matter if we take damage throughout the level. It's only if we take damage against the boss. I need to be off. Have fun. Alright, catch you later. Thanks for coming by. Have a good day. / night. Not a doctor. These enemies, if we get close enough, yeah, they'll just, you know, they typically just run off the edge. Though they are a little bit more homing in this version, I will say that. In the original game, they just run in a straight line. Which puts them on a collision course with death. But they don't seem to do that quite so much in this version. Oh! I have a bad feeling that a gem might have missed there. I'm actually gonna warp out. I have a bad feeling that a gem despawned. Because of the way that I killed those enemies there. They are ugly creatures. Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick warp out and warp back in, because that didn't look right. And I'm not sure if I collected that gem. So I'm gonna go back in and reload it. Just in case. I don't trust what happened there. Also, there's an eclipse happening in this stage. That's very cool. Just noting that the enemies don't seem to spawn their things when they run. Oh no, they do. Okay. That's good to know at least. I mean, like I said, there might not have been a mistake here, but... Okay, I definitely got their gems then. Also, Sparks is gone. Look, it's good to be sure of these things sometimes. Though it did cost me Sparks. And I also got hit in the level. So... here's hoping I just have to beat Dr. Shemp. Big glide! That's a 25er. And that's a key. So we've already got the key to the lockbox. Trondo! The gem would float up the cliff.
Shemp
Yeah.
is so cool. You don't know what it's been like listening to him over and over. But I tell you one thing, he should watch his back.
Hint on how to beat the boss. Watch his back. Well done. There. Right. Okay, I guess I can't get back up from this side. Right, boss time. Don't get hit. Run after him. Flame his backside. Set it ablaze. That's one hit down. And I got flattened. Oh well. That means we can retry getting without getting hit anyway. There's the first hit. Nice and simple. There's the second hit. Okay. And skill point. It's as easy as that. And here's our lockbox, which contains our final gem. 100% level complete, and I almost fell off the edge. That would have been bad. Alright, we're out of here. We are done. I'm glad that it didn't glitch up, and we did actually have the gem. That's nice to know. Ta-da! I'm still quite certain that we've missed a stage somewhere, but I can't see anything, so... Alright, now that the boss is done, time for the first flight level of the game, technically speaking. As soon as we fly in, we've got a little stress, but this one's a little bit more laid out. Follow the rings into the chests. Oh, go up. We can press the X button to flap our wings and get a little bit of height. But otherwise, it's just flaming, charging, your usual controls, really. Should have mentioned that in the previous one. The chests lead to the arches. But you'll notice that our time is starting to run out already. And the arches lead to the lighthouses. Ugh. No, I'm smacking around too much. Yep. Yep. Like I said, man, those changed physics. You don't want to stall around too much, so don't stand around waiting. By that I mean don't land on platforms if you can help it. As a side note too, you can do these in any order you like. You don't have to do them in this order. Smacked into it, but I quickly corrected my course. the time limit on this one was a little bit more forgiving in the original game. Because I never really had too much trouble with it. I was going to take a detour for that first lighthouse there, but I opted against it, but I wonder if that's going to cost me later. But this time I didn't land on any of the platforms unexpectedly, so I should be a little bit better. But we'll see, we'll see. Okay, definitely had a bit more time on that one. I never passed any of the flying stages as a kid. There we go, that's better. Now, there is an achievement for flaming all of the fairies in this stage. Or a trophy, I suppose. They're trophies in the PlayStation version. But if I say achievement, then people will know what I'm talking about. But yes, there is an achievement there. Well, that's a nice even. That's a nice even, is it? A nice even 3,000 gems, so I'm pretty sure we're done in Peacekeepers.
I can't believe how fast you found so much stolen treasure. Hop aboard for the Magic Crafter's world if you're ready.
Off we go. There's 2 skill points to get in this world as well. 1 in the boss stage and 1 in a regular stage by the looks of it. Yeah. Be fast and you can catch this one. That's 6 eggs already. Otherwise, he'll jump up here, and then you'll have to wait for him to respawn. And by that, I mean you have to come back to the start, because you can't actually reach up there. This is also an achievement. If you smack those 4 guys in a row, you'll get an achievement for it. Rescue Cosmos. Or Cosmos?
Welcome to Magic Crafters. I want you to release the dragons, reclaim our treasure, and recover the eggs from those pesky blue thieves.
That's a hint on what you need to do. We need to recover dragon eggs for this stage. Wasn't fast enough. No, it was. Nice try, buddy. Those fans that we hit on those particular gem chests are also homing. They'll hit other characters if we have them on screen. And within range. The range was much better on the originals. Never knew that. Yep. Ow. I actually thought that I'd charged past him well enough to get out of the way, but I guess not. Gotcha! That's 7. Doing well with the dragon eggs, aren't we? So remember what I was saying earlier about there being power-ups? Well, this world is going to introduce our first one. But remember, this is situational. Rescued Xantor.
When you see arrows like these, you can charge along with them to begin a supercharge.
Supercharge? Excellent!
Go ahead, try it.
If we charge along with these green arrows, we'll begin a supercharge! This increases our attack strength and our speed. But remember, it only works in one direction. And the longer we hold the supercharge, the faster we'll go. We can destroy all kinds of chests and all kinds of enemies with it. But remember, it's situational. We can only do it when there's a supercharge ramp. Boulder!
This portal leads to a special place where you can learn to fly. I remember when I was a young dragon, earning my wings.
Learn to fly. Got it.
Yep. This is when the flight levels are first introduced. Despite the fact that you can easily access the second one, and the first one is hidden if you know where to find it. This is I believe this is technically the first. Or at least it's supposed to be the first. Possibly. But is it easier than the other flight that we just did? I'm not sure. Guess we'll find out in a bit. How nice of you to lower the platform for me. That's like someone holding the button to the elevator doors to make sure you get on. Right. And the portal to the boss is already open. Again, that just seems to be a recurring trend. I always seem to get to the world and the boss portal is already open. The only exception is the artisan world. And remember, we haven't even beaten a single stage here. It's just automatically open. Right, now, the key... is for in here. I am missing 1 gem. Alright, well, let's have a look around. Whoop! Oh, I slipped off. Maybe. Oops. Whoop! There it is. Walked right past it. That is 100% level complete. We can get started with the levels here. Off to Alpine Ridge. My stomach, by the way, seems to have settled down a little bit now. Oh, we're going up again. Guess it was 2 levels that we do that in. The giant beasts only take 1 hit, so don't be too scared of them. But remember to flame them. The druids here are a little bit more tricky though. There we are. Rescued Zane!
Oh, Spyro! You're not afraid of those big, noisy, gigantic, awful beasts, are you?
Of course not.
Oh, good. I didn't think so.
I was just wondering how to get to that blue gem. Whoop! Ah! Eat! Oh, what? Well. That's what, death number 5? 6? I've lost count. Let me try that again. I like how these druids are fighting each other. Blocking each other's attacks. Also, do you kind of recognize the blue wizards? Well, remember they were in Spyro Shadow Legacy. Or at least one of them was. Cool. Can I glide to that? That doesn't look very glidable. Nope, never mind. I'm fine. Oh, I definitely thought he squashed me. Right. Yeah, I remember you doing that. Jerk. I remembered him. Nice try. Rescued Eldred.
Thank you for releasing me.
You're welcome. That guy was tossing Wumpa Fruit down at his beasts. That was 100% a Wumpa Fruit. Cute reference. Okay. Onward. Oh. You guys can go right back to sleeping if you don't mind. That was a lot of gems. I don't think he was supposed to leap off the edge like that. Xander!
Great work, Spyro! If you keep this up, you'll learn all the tricks of the Magic Crafter's world.
That's the plan. I am missing gems. Hi, Dark. Welcome on in. Oh. That's where I'm missing gems. I see. I see. I go that way now. Kelvin.
Remember that these blue thieves have stolen eggs outside the Magic Crafter's world as well.
Don't worry, I'll take care of them.
All dragons found. I see. Come here with that egg. I thought I saw a spark of a gem. I had to make sure. It's very easy to miss a single gem on this pathway. Done that multiple times. Piffle. Get back here. When you get close enough, you can flame them, but it's a little bit awkward to do. Just cut the corners and persevere. You'll get there eventually. That's our 8th egg. And this should be the last of our gems. Right? Right. Perfect. 100% level complete. If there's no gems left, Sparks will do a little dance. Whizzing around our head a little bit to say, hey, you got them all. We're done here. Excellent. We're making some steady progress. I'm powering through these levels, especially for a 100% run. I mean, to be fair, I was literally... Just as you said that, I was literally thinking, you know what? I'm kind of on track. This is about the speed. If I really wanted to go fast, I'd be charging around everywhere, but you know, I'm not really aiming to go fast. Just sort of slowly taking my time. Hi, caves! Now, I think... Yeah, this is the one. So this is the stage that has the, skill point. Wow, that took so long for me to figure out. Oh, I guess we're going high on this one. Okay, make a liar out of me then, game. Right. High caves. Big ol' mean spider. Let's not go that way. Not yet, anyway. Whoa! Gotcha. Right, Cyrus!
Please do something about these green druids. They insist on moving everything in sight.
Sure. I spot me some easily missable gems. 2-for-1 deal. Okay. Time your jump and mess it up anyway. Okay. Okay. Alright. Fine. I see how it is. Oh, come on. Alright. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Mess up a jump 3 times in a row. I should quit being a gamer. It's like a green shell in Mario Kart. Aim where it's going to be, not where it is. Right. There's our skill point. That's basic ballistics. And that's our basic skill point. Flame the hidden painting. So, there's a few fairies flying around in this area. Ajax! Spray and wipe.
I hate those bugs. When I become big and strong like you, I'll squash them all.
Until then, remember that supercharge makes you invincible.
He's talking about those giant spooters. And here's our supercharge ramp. There's 1. There's 2. Got a little stuck there. There's 3, and I'm not sure if there's a 4th one. Actually, I'm pretty sure we might have gotten them all. Which is a surprise for me, I never do that. I have to rely on something else, which we'll find soon enough. Though it does sound like there might be one more left around here. Ah, okay, there is. By knocking out these druids, we gain access to a fairy. And we gain access to a temporary super flame. That allows us to take care of the final bugs up here. In the original, I believe that Fairy's Kiss lasts a bit longer. But in this one, it's a little bit more limited. So it can be hard grabbing the rest of the bugs if you haven't gotten them with the supercharge. Just gonna have another quick loop around these caves, make sure I've got everything inside. Don't want to miss anything. Yeah, cool. We did pretty well, actually. We got the 3 ones that we could hit with the supercharge pretty well. Struggled a little bit with the super flame ones, but that's because you can't get up there with the, you can't climb those stairs with the supercharge, and if you can, you can't climb it easily. Right. Can we actually get anywhere else? Well, we can get over here. Give me gems. Not sure I can make this. Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. Nope. That was a definitive no there. That made it much easier, though. I'm just gonna slowly take my time and make sure I grab all the gems. Looks like there's a crystal dragon in the background, but we know for a fact that we didn't pass one. Okay. They've also changed the physics on the charging as well, so it's a little bit harder to perform long charges in twisty hallways like this one. This is why I'm getting stuck on the walls. I'm turning early, but it's still not early enough. So you will get stuck on the walls from time to time. Gotcha! That's what, egg number 9? Now how do I get back? Oh! I suppose now's a good time to show off this feature. In order to get back, all we have to do is jump off the stage. Those 3 fairies will spawn in and carry us back to the top of the supercharge ramp. Cedric.
Try combining your supercharge with jumping and gliding, and really explore the high caves.
Well, dragons found. And that's a hint, too. Too high. Oh, I think we could have made that. If I tried a little harder, I think we could have made that. Oh well, never mind. We'll take the shortcut. Right, I'm hoping that these will be the last of our gems, but we'll see. Oh. So, here's something interesting. You want an easy way to take out that thief? Sure. 500 gems, level complete. And a 10th dragon egg for our troubles. I think that's where you're supposed to first learn about it. About using those, types of treasure chests to knock out enemies. But, yeah. You have 3 shots there, but don't worry too much if you miss. That thief is not particularly difficult to catch. He's just running around that little lake up there. Just be aware that if you fall in the lake, you will take damage. Of course. Spyro can't swim in this game. Right. Seen that before. None of the streamers, if I ever saw, knew either. Sometimes you just don't notice it, but it does happen. But if you've ever seen a gem where an enemy should be, that's exactly what happened. And in the original game, the range is much, much better on those things. No, there's another level here. High caves, yeah. Ow. That hurt. High caves, Alpine Ridge. There's another level here. Where is it? That's the flight level. Wizard Peak. Yeah, where is it? There it is! I was like, I know there's another level. You can't tell me there's not. There's one more level to go. Didn't do too badly on the high caves, actually. I expected to get stuck on the spiders a little bit more. Small loot. This one could take us a little while, though, because they really do a good job hiding the gems on this one. Ow! Ow. Ow! Not doing very well dodging these attacks, am I? Not even 2 minutes into the level here and I've already lost sparks immediately. Shocking. Aha! Jarvis.
Welcome to Wizard Peak. This is my favorite supercharged spot. Use it to bash those wizards.
Yeah, I can see why it's his favorite supercharged spot. Sorry, I thought there was another entrance there, and I was like, I don't remember there being anything. This egg thief doesn't even move. That's what, 11 dragon eggs now? Now, in order to get back, we're gonna have to glide over here, I think. Stay out of range of that guy. And focus on the ones that I can hit on this plane. You don't have to use the supercharge to bash these wizards, but the dragon told us to do so. So I will. Because I can. That's another chest that we can only break with a supercharge, and here's Hexus.
Well done, Spyro. Thank you for releasing me.
You're welcome. Need a supercharge. Supercharge! How did you get up here? Make sure there's nothing around here. Yeah, I thought so. Not getting tricked this time. These are chests that I can charge into. Right. Simple. Now. Oh, that's water. I think I've missed something. Hold on. Yeah, because there's stuff out there. Let my little flute brain work this out. I know there's a way to get there. It's not out this way. That would be silly. nothing out there. There is stuff out there, but I think I remember. Yeah, there it is. I remember now. And then this loops us around. This is a spot I never found as a kid. Like I said, it's very hidden. Now, we want to hug the wall there. Right, now that should be it for this side. But there are still other blue wizards that we've got to take care of on the other side. So we'll have to go back. Whee! Okay, so I did that side, so now I need to do this side. No. Bad wizard. Sit. Now, I think that looks like all the wizards here. Whoop! Good thing I bashed into that wall. That's Dragon Egg number 12. And, believe it or not, we're only halfway through the game, but we found all of the Dragon Eggs. Every single one has been recovered. It's funny how that happened. Really? This early? Mm-hmm. Rescued Lucas.
Listen carefully, Spyro. There's a secret area in the Artisan's home world near the waterfall. Try jumping on the stones there.
Artisan's homeworld? Waterfall. Sounds good.
And that's where we should have learned about the secret. And I am missing 2 gems, and I hate that. Found them. There they are. Phew. It's because I was supercharging and went around the corner awkwardly. Okay, we're done here. But yeah, we're halfway through the game, and there are no more eggs throughout the rest of the game. That's it. We found them all. I don't actually know if there's any future egg requirements from the balloonists. But if it is, that would be quite funny, because there's no eggs to be found in any other levels. Ow. Jerk. I'm gonna go find health. There's some. Right. Blow hard. He's blowing hard. Har har. Har har. Har har. And once again, we got a skill point in a boss stage. However, it's not what you're thinking. Let's do it to it. Didn't blow hard though. It's not much of a boss. To be fair, most of the bosses in this game are not particularly what you would call bosses. But they are quite easy. I find the Croc Legend of the Gobbo bosses to be a bit more challenging. Many of them do feel a bit like a pushover. Toasty only hit me because of the dogs. And even then I was careful, I think, and I missed it. Anyway, blow hard. Yeah, pretty simple. All we have to do is hit him. Right. Who's ready for a skill point? There we go. And we unlock the art gallery. Yeah, our skill point is just ride the platforms for 10 seconds. Or ride a platform for 10 seconds. Altair.
Thanks for releasing me, Spyro. You have no idea how long I've been trapped in Crystal. And, neither do I. Who are you again?
I'm out of here.
I like how Spyro turns to leave in this one. He pondered his orb a little too long. What was the challenge? The challenge was not knowing that the achievement was there. I suppose. That just leads us back to the previous area. And there's Blowhard, and we attack. He bombs off. Now he summons lightning at us. But if we jump and flame at him, he'll go down. Yeah. Very much not so much of a boss. Also, 100% level completed. Nice and easy. We're out of here. I think that took us less than 5 minutes. Ooh, careful. Don't knock the Elgato off of the desk. That would be bad. It's fine, it's got plenty of space, but, like, I moved my feet, and I noticed the Elgato move a little closer to the edge, and I'm like, oh, don't do that. Oh, don't do that either. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. That happened. Have we had 10 deaths yet? Okay. So, because I died without touching a dragon portal, it put me at the start of the stage. I'll edit that out in post. Maybe we should also edit out the toilet stop. Right. Time for the first introduced flying stage. And then we'll end the stream there. Nyong. Once again, there's a achievement or trophy for flaming all of the fairies in this stage. You might want to do that after completing the regular stage, though. So the rings lead to the arches. Then this is tricky. And I messed it up. Again, I'm gonna call that one bad physics. Because you definitely should be able to do that. Oh, woo. Hi, QB. Welcome on in. In the original, you are supposed to be able to make that turn. But in the Reignited Trilogy, they force you to take a slightly different pathway. What? I'm in trouble. Unless I can catch up to these planes. Easy. There we go. So, there it was in full display. That little trouble that I had getting to that one arch, that's what I'm talking about. That's how they changed the physics. That's what I'm talking about. You should be able to pull, like, swing out into the chest really easily and then swing right back into the archway, or vice versa. But they've changed the physics up so much that it actually really makes that turn difficult. I almost lost that. We're done! First try. Hi, Bizarro. Welcome on in. I am about to end, however. We made it halfway through the game already. But it is almost 11 o'clock. So I think this is a good stopping point. Being more or less halfway through. Hi. Alright, let's end the stream there for tonight. Just in case you got a projectile, I'm gonna take you out. I'm pretty sure you don't, but just in case. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream there for tonight. We have done quite a lot, haven't we? We've done the first 3 hub worlds fully, 100% completed, and gotten all of the skill points up to this point. And we've also recovered every single dragon egg as well. Bless you. I think this is a good stopping point. And I've got to be honest, yeah, this was about the progress level I expected. Basically halfway through the game. Yeah, I was expecting to take roughly this amount of time and get basically here. If I was rushing, I don't think I would have gotten through the next world. I reckon we probably would have played like the first 1 or 2 levels. But yeah, this is about average when I play this game. Like, we've been streaming for 3 hours and 17 minutes. I take roughly about an hour per world. Again, without rushing. So, yeah, this is right on par for me. Definitely made a few more mistakes though than usually. than usual. That one was the knob. I hope you all in the chat all have a good rest of the day / night. Yes, very much so. Anyway, that's going to be it for tonight. The Spyro Reignited Trilogy and, of course, Spyro the Dragon will return next Tuesday, where we will definitely be finishing the game. There is no and if, us, buts, or maybes about that. We will finish the game next Tuesday. Not a problem. We won't start Spyro 2, we'll just finish the game. Tomorrow night, however, I've got a new game. And yes, I do know what I'm playing next. Thank you very much. And it's gonna be a long one. So buckle up for the ride. I just hope that I can keep you entertained during some of the longer moments. Alright. Have a good night, folks. And as Spyro takes a stretch, I will see you tomorrow night for a new game. From a series I have always wanted to play on this channel, but I never have. And that's the only clue I'm gonna give you, because I'm cryptic. Alright, have a good night, everybody. Let's see if we can find someone to raid tonight. You're welcome very much. Ooh. 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 Okay, I know where we're going. Cousin Ken is playing some Breath of the Wild, and apparently it's their first time. So be nice. Be nice to Cousin Ken. Alright. Have a good night, folks. I will see you tomorrow night for a new game. Good night, everybody.